Well, there we go. Greetings, everybody. BJ Weller back with you for another wonderful Island Warfare Mayhem here this wonderful Friday afternoon. Friday the 13th, as a matter of fact, 2018. Incredible. We're almost halfway through April already. We finally got some warm weather. But what do we got for you on the show today? Because this is, we got to get moving here. It's going to be a little bit of a quickie show. And I think my desk is coming apart here. Yes, it did. Indeed, it is. Anyway, day 800 here on the wonderful island of the Philippines. Again, no changes here. Really not much more to mention. In terms of changes to the island, anything like that. All's quiet. Looks like we're going to end up... heading into age 2 here, like a lamb instead of like a lion. Speaking of April and all that, or is that March? March was in like a lion, and March was pretty much a lion the entire month. Let's take a look here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at just see the points here. So House 17 with just over 250,000 points now, 250,000. How far along are we? 12 days. We're 12 days into this age, so about a month and a half left, if we estimate, right? A little less than a month and a half. And while we're here doing this, because we're going to try to get a lot accomplished in the short time we have here before we have to take the young Erin out to her track meet today. Or not track meet, but track practice for a meet that will more than likely be rained out on Sunday. Oh crap, we got some disease. So it's good. Let's flit around here. We have a monk available. Good, so we'll get rid of that diseases. And what do we have here? Wow, nothing in range, really. That rogue has shown signs of activity. Built up a little bit in his village, but other than that, nothing else from him, so we're not really going to worry about him too much. Alright, so that's in range, so we'll go ahead and send this attack out while we're doing this, and let's check our standings too. See where we're at, as a matter of fact, with the Wolves and the Banditos. So Wolves Bane sitting in 60th right now. I think we were 59 for a while, and then we jumped up to like 58, or no, 59. We were 62, 59. I forget now. We're 60 now. I know we were a little bit further off from Bandit Killer, and then we jumped up in both a little bit, and Wolves Bane went a little bit closer. So we're getting there. We're almost ready to overtake RG here. Bandit Killer, we did move up one, so finally surpassed all 65. Kind of tough finding some big bandit camps around. I think what we're going to do today, I'm just going to continually hit everything around me that I can. Spiraling out here, you might say. From our honor range on outwards. Get over here. That did come out of Lapu-lapu. Yep. Alright, good. So we'll go hit this guy. Local setups, wolf flares. Let's go ahead and hit this guy. And I am glad to say we've got a Rat's Castle here in Don Mariano now, as well as Lapu-lapu, so we can breathe easy for hopefully a little while. Hopefully nobody takes out these Rat's Castles. They've been sitting here for a good while. Well, the rat here has been here for a couple of weeks now in Lapu-lapu. This one popped up after we attacked the wolf last week, but didn't finish him off. I forgot who did. I don't think it's going to show up. But somebody finished off the wolf here. Because I completely forgot about it after last week's show. To finish him off, but I'm so glad we have the rat popping for the time being. It makes life so much easier. Of course, the snake here in Dougie Doug, and the snake up here in San Jose, and of course we have nothing here in Mako because we got our lucky little wolf lair and resource stash there. which happens to be Ham this time, just sitting around there, taking up space that's an AI castle would otherwise take. So we're good there. Attack a wolf flare. Oh, that's a sizable one. And it ate all our pikemen. Of course it did. Oh, and over 50 archers. Yeah, this is one of those nasty ones. Alright, so, yeah, whatever. We'll just have to rebuild there. Small wolf flare there. Good. Excellent. In the meantime, let's see what we got for on the show for you today. That's what I'm trying to say here. Stumble mouth here. Stash? What stash was this? Okay, we don't need it. Rat attacked us. Don't really need to see anything there. We're just going to take a look at... Well, let me take a look at the snake attack here. We defended in Baydeen. Good. Rat attack we don't have to worry about. We do have a rat's attack that we will show because he did end up successfully pillaging us, as I recall, which quite the shocker because so far that's the only attack he's actually been successful with against one of our villages here. Everything else we defended against. We'll take a look at that one too because it is a success. So what we got for you today? Yes, the wolf attacked us. We have to rebuild our armorer. We haven't done that yet in Benzania. The rat attack we'll take a look at. Our parish attacking the wolf. Eat puppy love there. That'll be battle report of the week. Taz taking on a treasure castle. So that'll be on battle report of the week. Empress hitting the wolf. Taz and Speedy Jack also hitting a treasure castle there. We got some other notes that we're going to make mention of here. One very exciting note we're going to make mention. But yeah, so treasure castle and some wolf attacks there. So real quick battle report of the week I think today. Some wheel spin prizes which we'll take a look at when we do the battle report of the week. But as you can see here, we mentioned this... I think this was a couple weeks ago now that we finally heard from Meygan after her 6-month plus ordeal recovering from Hurricane Harvey down in Houston, Texas. So glad to say that that it was overjoyed that we heard from Meygan. She let us know she was doing all right and all that good stuff. But now we've got more good news, even better news, I guess. Well, the best news was that she was okay, and then we got some more good news is that Meygan is now officially back in game with us. So that's awesome sauce. So yeah, I just happened to. It was very fortunate a couple days ago. I just happened to log on. I wasn't going to log on. I figured, well, let me log on, get some repair work and stuff done on my castles. That way, I wouldn't have to worry about it in the morning because I was sort of planning to do a couple, a simulating reality episode in one of the truck simulators. So I figured, well, that way, if I get my repair work done that night, I don't have to worry about it in the morning. I can deal with it later, and I can dedicate, the little time I have in the morning just to getting the video done. And when I logged on that night, I said, oh, look, Meygan applied for membership in Knights Hospitaller, and so I said, perfect, I can be there, I can let her back in and give her the official welcome back, which we did here. It was the House Proclamation? No, it wasn't. That was the House Proclamation we saw last week, or read last week. Here it is. The spirit of KH returns. Let me be the first to give out a hearty welcome back and glad to see you again to the heart and soul of our faction, Meygan. And that's really the truth. Knights Hospital wouldn't be what it is today. What am I doing? without really the hard work of Meygan. And look, Meygan's online right now. Excellent. So, yeah, Meygan's back. She's back in officership as well. So that's awesome sauce. Oh, she's got 8 villages already. Nice. So, great. Yeah, I mean, Knights Hospitaller is really, I'm here. I'm sort of just the figurehead, really, of Knights Hospitaller. But, this whole thing, Knights Hospitaller and all that, and, oh, my Discord is all knotted up. I hate when that happens. It's going to drive me nuts a whole show now. But anyway, you know, Knights Hospitaller is it was Meygan's idea to name the faction Knights Hospitaller, or rename it. I actually inherited this faction many moons ago, since we are in day 800 already. Many moons ago, I inherited this faction. Well, figure that would have been after a year I've been in the faction. I inherited slightly before then, so that would have been sometime after day 3, so day 400, so about 400 days ago. So well over a year ago, I inherited this faction when I was attempting to complete the loyalty, the loyal member, which is spend 52 weeks in the same faction. At the time, I believe we were in House 11, and we were called Renegades, Rebels, and Rogues, or one variation of that, Renegades, Rebels, and Rogues. There's actually a few factions with those 3 words in it just mixed around, and we're all sister factions at the time. Good, my ATS, my episode 31 of American Truck Simulator is now complete. So we'll upload that at some point. I don't know if I do that tomorrow. I want to do an indie spotlight upload, so maybe we'll upload it on well, this will go up on Sunday, so maybe Guild Wars on Monday. So maybe Tuesday we'll upload this episode. Alright, where were we? Oh yes, we were looking at something or other. Oh yes, our faction. Yes. So but yes, anyway, long story long already. You know, it was Meygan's idea to rename the faction Knights Hospitaller due to my work with, if I point in the right direction here, Extra Life. So yes, if you don't know about Extra Life, well, Extra Life is a way for us gamers to come together and play games, essentially, to heal kids of our local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I play, as you can see, for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Is my local hospital, one of the premier hospitals in the United States. And so that's what Extra Life is about. It's really just a fundraising type organization that's for our community, the gaming community. So it's because of my charity work with Extra Life that I've been doing for this is my 6th year now, so for the last 5+ years, that we came to the name of Knights Hospitaller, Charity, Honor, Bravery to Protect All Play Styles, sort of a play on the Knights Templar of back in the good old days of the medieval times. Good evening, Taz. Taz is in the house as well. Hello, Taz. Good to see you as always. But yeah, so it you know, really all the stuff, all the background stuff and all that. And again, props to Mrs. EB as well, who took up the mantle after you know Meygan had to go through the hurricane and the results of the hurricane in Meygan's area at the time. So all props due to Empress Bubba too for taking up that mantle. But we're so glad to have Meygan back and welcome her back officially into the faction and into the game again on a regular basis. So let's see. Meygan's all down here in Cotabato. Time. Oh wow, look at that Stewart already. She don't waste no time. That's good. So yeah. So here's Meygan down here now. Excellent sauce. Excellent. So she's hanging out here in some of the heart of House 1 territory down here. We got a good number of us down in this area of Cotabato and all that. What's the one down here? Coronadal? Coronadal is the... I have no idea what that is. Anyway, so much easier when we're when I was playing on USA 2, trying to figure stuff out. But we got quite a few House 1 members over here, so we're just waiting for the time when Meygan's ready to take over her 3 villages again. Dougie Fresh, Lapu Defense, and Maui, and rejoin us over here on this part of the island, the Davio Oriental. So it'll be good, so good to turn those villages back over to her, as we've tried to maintain them as best as we could. Keep them operational. And then, of course, once we can give her those 3 oh yeah, I forgot. Give her those 3 villages back. That'll, of course, free up 3 slots for us, so we can get 3 new villages. And think about that without having to level up here, of course. obviously, again, we've got more than enough honor right now to hit Crown Prince, which will then start to give us further villages as we do the research for it. Speaking of which, right, 0 research points. So we did use up all our research finally. I think I have, yep, we maxed out interdictions, so we're all good on interdictions. Beefed up some capacities. Implemented swordsmen, so now we can conscript swordsmen. Beefed up our peasants, I think, by a point or 2. So they have a little bit more hit points, which affects tunnelers more than anything, since we don't really use peasants unless, of course, we're attacking the House 1 leadership. In the meantime, let me get over here and rebuild our army in Lapu-lapu. See, so we still have plenty of money here in Lapu-lapu. We got so many villages, and that's the one thing I really want to free up these village slots for. We'll stick with 100. We'll go 195 for now. So far it's still just me with 2 villages in Tazir and Don Mariano. Still a little tight here in terms of cash. After hitting the wolf, of course, we had to burn through a lot of that gold that we gold rated from one of Pedro's parishes. And so as you can see here, we've got taxes maxed out. We're only getting just over, well, minus the county teeth, which I think that might be a bribe. But figure if there's a county teeth up, we're getting at most 7,000 gold per day, which isn't really a whole heck of a lot when you're spending 20,000 to rebuild your army after attacking a big bad castle there. So I'd like to get at least 1, if not 2 more villages here in Don Mariano to really oh, that's let me do this here. Let's select them all to be able to beef up our gold supply. So right now there's 5. I think there's 5 charters available. They're going to cost a pretty penny. 150,000 gold. Well, that's really not too bad. But again, now that we're over 10 villages, we're still losing honor. So it's going to be a 15 million honor penalty just for that. So another reason why I sort of don't want to level up quite yet. I want to keep that honor in reserve here. 20 minutes. Wow, it takes a captain 20 minutes to get there. Wow. But more than likely, we'll probably, I'll probably go for this one. That's a little bit offset. Gives me a little bit more honor room over here, scouting-wise, if nothing else. All right, so let's go ahead and hit that wolf flare now. I think we're ready. But yeah, so that's Knight's Hospitaller. That's Extra Life. We got 200 days to go before we do our 25-hour marathon, which will start Friday afternoon, right around this time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, whatever time for that is for you right now. Still, despite some of the other news that we've had, which I do have perhaps a small update to that as well, that we've had going on the past month or so. I'm still at least going to try to do the marathon, if nothing else, this year. So that's still on. So just over 200 days to go till that starts on November 2nd this year, 4 p.m. Eastern time, Friday afternoon. Oh, and I know why. I finally figured out why the oh, Super Speeder 114. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow, Super Speeder. It is much appreciated. But yeah, I finally figured. I think I know why the team total up there in the corner underneath how many days we got left till we do our marathon is not working, because it is working on the other system. And I need to update Flash on this system, I think is what it is. But in the meantime, yes, we got $15 in thanks to Battery H, making that our first donation of the year. I gotta get a donation to myself too. Anyway, despite all that good stuff. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. So glad to have Meygan back at the end of the day. That's the big news right now. We've got our battle report coming up. So what we got coming in? I think we're going to do some building, some parish donations again. Castle building. Throw some stuff down in our villages too. Alright, we're all healed up in San Jose. Thank you. After our break here, which we will showcase a little video for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And I think I downloaded a new video, but I don't know if it's on the system or not. I don't think I have it here on the system, which is easily rendered, fixed here in a couple minutes. Yes. Release our commercials, our chopped commercials here. So let me do this because I'm pretty sure I saved it to the server. RMG Gaming. OBS, please. Not my logos. Overlays and images, commercials, chop. Yes, here we go. Yep, I got a couple here for tomorrow's breakthroughs. So I'm just going to batch upload these or copy these over. They're all, what's the size here? 185 megabytes. Oh, good. So this won't take long at all. Alright, I think I still have this open, don't I? Yes, good. Alright, so we got a new, some new videos to play here. Excellent. So we'll be right back. We'll play a video here for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Again, the hospitalized support for Extra Life. And we'll do my best to continue to support throughout this year, despite the news that's more than likely we will have to cut back, if not stop altogether, our streaming in the near future. Here in the next few weeks to month or so, due to some real life circumstances we have mentioned before. Mrs. Weiler imminent on losing her job. She works with she worked for Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and until she can find something that sort of brings in the bucks that she's sort of bringing in now, which unfortunately is proving to be a little bit tougher than we were hoping, I am going to have to unfortunately go back to the real world and get a second job, which of course will cut dramatically into our ability to stream and do videos. But I'm going to do some behind the scenes work I want to try to do before that happens. Super Speeder, hey, there you are. Welcome again. So hopefully we can get that. Hopefully something works out to where I will be able to keep streaming. But for right now, it looks like it's imminent. That I'm, at least going to have to cut back, if not stop streaming altogether within a month or so. But we'll see. Like I said, working on a plan, which probably not going to bring in a whole lot of money, but at least it'll be another step to help anyway. But we'll see. Again, like I said, as things come up and as the information as we figure things out, I'll keep everybody abreast of what's going on as well. But I'll be here, planning to be here at least until through the end of April anyway, and then go from there and see how things work out and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, let's go on with some happy news. Let's get on with what we're doing here with Extra Life, and that's supporting the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and just showcasing how this money helps, where this money goes. So let's throw in one of these videos here if I can find the right Here we go. If I can find the right overlay, I've got so many scenes here. It's incroyable. Alright, so there's something new. Finally, some new videos we can get here. And we'll just go around down the line. For tomorrow's breakthroughs. So, yes, like I said, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, one of the premier hospitals here in the United States. And it's all thanks to what we do here. Not only in Extra Life, but the Children's Miracle Network as well. All this extra money that is raised across North America for these CMN hospitals that these hospitals can use for treatment, for research and development, for all sorts of great, fun stuff. So let's get all of it. Let's just rock and roll here. So we'll be right back, and for some building and some more Island Warfare Mayhem. There we go. I gotta find the right scenes here. I gotta trim out some scenes that I'm probably not gonna use. Another one. Here we go. We'll be back.